which stands for Finding of Rare Diseases in Children.
Uh-huh.
And we're part of it because TJ and Casey both, for the past 4 years.
I have a quick question. Why is his worse than mine?
This is good.
This is what we are finding out, right? So TJ presented with some physical symptoms in the fall of 2006.
What were they, Kathy? Just so readers can understand.
So he couldn't skate. We moved here in August of 2006, and he had been skating for the past ever years, 4, 5, 6 years before that, and played hockey. And when we came here, signed him up for the Pembroke Minor Hockey League and put him on skates the end of September, and he couldn't skate. So we tried that a few times over the winter, but clearly he had some physical issues. He was walking into walls and couldn't walk down a straight line, And
walking into walls?
Kind of bumping
Just
into walls.
bumping into stuff.
And then also stairs were becoming a problem, and just every few months something else was popping up. So by the next summer we
the
were
bike was the next issue.
Bike couldn't do the bike, so we started off with a family physician, got referred to CHIO by the summer of 2007, and we've been there ever since. So,
and how old was TJ then? Sorry.
So at that, when we moved in 2006, he was 11, just 10 going on 11.
Okay.
So it started then, and have been to CHIO for multiple trips and multiple tests done by all the physicians there, and nothing ever came up with a definitive diagnosis. So hence this research project was being undertaken, and they offered our family to be part of that. So we started that for sure in February, and had a diagnosis by August. So,
and the diagnosis is?
So they have a D bifunctional protein deficiency.
Okay.
And certainly Dr. Boycott can explain that a little better, but essentially they don't metabolize, the thought is they don't metabolize certain food products, proteins appropriately.
Okay.
Hence being
what they eat.
Yes, so potentially for things that they eat and causing the symptoms that they have. So the next step is to find out what kind of solution, what can we do to halt it and or
reverse it. Now TJ he was walking and everything was fine up until age 10, and then everything seemed to go backwards.
Absolutely.
Now with Casey, you're 13, and because Casey, I know you've had some hearing problems ever since birth, both. But Casey seems walking around and everything seems fine. Is there anything going on with Casey as well?
So all the tests, the diagnostic tests that they've been doing, Casey has the same presentation, just not as severe, milder.
Right.
But certainly he does. He's not skating anymore, not playing hockey anymore.
I can still skate. I just don't want to anymore.
Yeah. Right.
But hockey's not an option, so that he's out of that. And
why wouldn't that?
It's okay. It's all right.
So some of his physical issues are much less than TJ, but still he's.
And it's still body. The house league is body contact. So
locally. So
gotta be careful.
Yes, very careful. So.
Yeah.
Right.
So so it affects multiple things. It's speech being one of them for sure, and dexterity, hands, clearly mobility, multiple symptoms because of this. Why is yours not the same as?
Yeah, why is mine not why is mine as bad as TJ's? I guess the reason why I think is because I'm younger and I was like, I don't know how to say it, but I'm just,
Well, why is that, Kathy or Kevin?
We don't know.
You don't know?
No, I think in the medical field, a lot of diseases sort of, what's the word, penetrate others worse than some, and we don't always have the answers.
One progresses faster and
don't always have the answers. So, but again, with the research project, with the research study, the results, perhaps they'll be able to answer those questions.
With the research project, has Dr. Boycott been able to put you in touch with anybody else that has this? Because I would imagine one of the great frustrations, perhaps I'll ask you about that, Kevin, would have been for this past 4 or 5 years just not knowing.
Yeah.
And because if you don't know, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Just talk to me a little bit about that, sort of what you guys went through.
Whether or not it could get worse. you know, you think about the future for them, and
Yeah.
you know, just every day. I mean, you go to the rink and you know, you see your other kids playing hockey and you figure they're missing out, and just all kinds of things. I mean, they're running and playing and jumping and biking, and
Right.
so you know, you just pray that you know, it doesn't get worse. And you know, I think one of our moves was to get down here to better facilities and stuff
Right.
like that. So it wasn't an easy move, but no, you kind of can't go backwards, you go forwards, and hopefully, you know, hopefully someday they'll find a cure, you
Right.
know, or
Something good will happen.
something that would help them out.
Yes.